What up? Today I'm going to show you some of my low end techniques. These are some techniques that I use for my low end. They're probably not the same as what you are used to, or maybe they are. I would actually like it if you guys commented down telling me how you do your low end. Do you do synths, certain plugins do you like? Stuff like that. But anyways, I'm going to show you my low end process, so let's get right to it. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you like the video. Alright, we're inside of Bitwig, my DAW of choice. We have a loop. I made this little loop, and I didn't make the loop. I just drag and drop the loop over. With same thing with this melody to get an idea, and I added some low end, some 808s, and we'll talk about this sub over here. So I'll play what I got right here. Alright, the drums are a little weak, but it's whatever. Just an example. So the low end, the way I do my 808s, this is, I feel like it's really easy the way I do my 808s. I have the grid. I use the grid inside of Bitwig for my 808s. All it is the low grid is a sine wave, and then I have a triangle wave for this ADSR. There's no dipping, like, you know how you get the 808 and goes boom, like, you know what I mean? But anyways, yeah, so the low end, we got OTT, a multi-bands, and 3 EQs, and then for a little bit of fuzz, I used iZotope Trash. There's a preset I use inside of here called Add Some Tone. That's the only thing I really do with that, and transient control. And all at the very end, all the low end is right here at 30 hertz to 86 hertz. And then I have a tool going all the way to mono. And the main important thing in this whole bass is that my volume shaper is at the end of the rack. So my volume shaper controls the mid grid and the low grid. And that's where I get that, the ADSR pretty much. The down pitch of the 808 right there. I'll actually play it, and I'll let you listen to this right here. And you can see it's not very subby. It's really like tonal. There's a lot of tonality to it, and we're going to get to the sub in a second. The way I do this is I figure out how to get a nice toned 808, because I know the sub is there in my head, because the way I did my low grid, it's all a sine wave and everything. But on the group channel right here, it's at 2K. That's where the cutoff is. So I have all this room right here to work with it. So if you go to my low end grid, we're actually going to bounce this down into audio. I do this. This is the way I do it. You guys don't have to do it like this. I don't know how you do it. That's the great thing about music. Everybody does it their own way. So you can see that this is bouncing down to audio. And this is where it gets weird. You're like, well, you made like this tonal 808. Why don't you just add some low end to that? I have done that in the past, but I don't like doing that. I like to go a step further with it to try to make it more, I guess, fuzzy and tonal. So right here we have the audio of the 808. I'll play it for you. So you can see it's a little subby right now. So we'll go into here and we'll go to EQ 5 or EQ plus, whatever you want. I just do the EQ 5 because it's a little faster. I take this all the way to 75 hertz. So you cut all that low end. I normally put my Q to the 1, so it like raises some of that sub, and you'll get this. It is really low, and you can barely hear it, but that's kind of how my music is. That sub hits really hard. And what I do with this is I duplicate it, and then on this EQ, the duplicated one, I'll actually name this as the mid, and I will actually put this all the way to 2K, and then I will actually cut the high end, or the low end, to about 400, and I'll get rid of this Q, take it back there, and in this range you'll get a lot of fuzz. You hear all that buzziness, and then when you play them together, it's like and it sounds really, really nice. And then I'll come over here and I'll add a tool and I'll make this mono, and then I will actually take this tool and I will put it on my mid channel and I'll make this stereo. That's just the way I do it. It's because the main sub is always has to be mono set in the middle right there in the mid. I just do it like this. I'm actually going to take this, put it back to a bell. So to get rid of like some of low end in the melody right here, I've cut the low end down to about 400 hertz, and then it sounds like this with the sub. So let's listen to it. And it gives it that nice crispy rattliness. It sounds really, really good. So that's pretty much my like trappy version of my low end. So probably another way I do my low end is I used to actually this is the weirdest thing ever. I would actually listen to, like, say we're going to listen to this dubstep loop right here. So you hear all that individual crap going on. I used to go in and I would lay out my sub for my MIDI individually and follow that. And I was like, man, this is too much time. This takes way too much time. So then I would make like my bassy, growly sounds, and then I would bounce them down like this. You see how this loop is all bounced down to audio? I would do that, and I would just duplicate it up to a sub group right there, and I would do what I did with my 808s, where it's just 65 hertz. That's all you. Sometimes I'll do 100. It just depends on if you can hear the sub enough. It really depends on that, but usually I'll put it about 65, and I'll let you listen to it. It sounds like, let's do it without the sub. And then when we do it with the sub, it's a big difference. Sounds great too. And it just sounds better. But I guess that's my laziness. It's just I'm cutting corners. I don't know. A lot of people do it the MIDI way. I've seen a lot of people do it the MIDI way, but I'll just make my whole growly drop, and then I'll just duplicate it, and then I'll put an EQ on it, and it just follows it perfectly. So that's how I do that. But yeah, that's about it for my low end techniques. Pretty cool techniques, honestly. And then you can see I have my 808s lined out right here, so I can get different tones. We'll actually mute these, and I'll play it with the MIDI one and see what we get. And then I'll play the other one. And if you want to add a little bit more fuzz to this, the mid one, you can actually go in and put like a distortion on it. We'll actually get a Berserker distortion, and there's some great presets in this. And we'll do a bass warm fattener, and it sounds ridiculous. Oh yeah, listen to that. That is wild right there. But anyways, yeah, this is my low end techniques. I hope you learned something, and I would like to know how you do your low end. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, leave me a like, subscribe if you want to, and comment down below. Tell me what you thought about this, or did this give you an idea, or did this help you in the process of your music making? I hope it did, because that's kind of what I want to do. I kind of want to help people out and answer questions and stuff like that. Make videos like this on stuff that I know. I'm not an expert, but I can try my best on helping out with the people that need help. But anyways, yeah, I will catch you next time. Peace.